Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be how I've been getting ready for summer / getting ready for my wedding kind of sort of video, but it's mostly all about summer and how to prep yourself for exposing. Summer is now upon us, so these are things that you continue doing throughout the summer season as you do. Bit of a waffly start, but let's get started. These are products I've been using and ideas that you can possibly use yourself. And if you have other suggestions, let us know down below, or things that have worked better for you by comparison to these products. I'm going to start with what people might deem the gross things first. Feet. Now, we all get our feet out in the summer. I'm maybe less fussy about my feet than other people, possibly because I quite like having calloused feet. I'm a dancer, it helps protect my feet, and I keep them slightly calloused at all times, which sounds a bit gross. But it works for me and it helps protect my feet. I can walk across Brighton Beach, which is a pebble beach, in my bare feet and I'm fine. But I do try and keep them tidy looking. That just because you have callous feet doesn't mean they need to look ugly. And the first thing in my arsenal is this. It's a glass foot file and I use this on a pretty regular basis. You can probably see it doesn't rinse quite as well as it once did. It's still slightly white. This is basically a nicer version of a pumice stone. If you have a pumice stone, use that instead. I have one, but I prefer this. I use this after I've had a shower and my feet are thoroughly dry, and I use the rougher side to go in where I've got blisters and things forming and they need a bit of a cleaning up, or just generally where I've neglected my feet for a week or so and the calluses have built up again and whatever else. So go in with the slightly rougher side and then I go in with the smoother side. This is so easy and it leaves your feet so smooth, so nice. I absolutely love it. This has just become a staple, something I reach for on a very regular basis. So this for the rough side, one for the smooth side. Gets rid of all those horrible calluses and the dead skin and any sort of peely looking bits or anything gross basically. Tidies it all up, leaves it looking smooth. And of course I'm wearing peep toe sandals, so I've been making sure and cleaning my feet up for my wedding. This is really good. I have mentioned this before. I was kindly sent this for review and I did a review blog post quite a while ago, but I will link this product down below. You can go and check it out yourself. I'm not getting paid per link or anything like that, but yeah, you can check it out yourself. It is just a glass nail file with rough glass on one side and the other side. Love it, would highly recommend it. I much prefer this over my pumice stone. To go with that, I have a foot softening foot balm, and this is from number 7. It came in a random kit I got as a gift, and it nourishes and soothes with deep down moisture. I've been putting this on before I go to bed, so after I've showered or whatever thing, if I've been dancing, I come in, shower, do my feet, put on my moisturiser on my feet, and I'm good to go. I will randomly put this on during the day as well if I'm wearing socks or something, because if I'm going around in my bare feet, everything sticks to the moisturiser, but if I'm going around in socks, it kind of holds it all in. But this is really good. Any kind of foot moisturiser is good, just to soften your feet up a bit and, you know, stop some of that dryness going on. And another foot kind of product, I'm not sure. This is just some hair removal cream, and I use it on my feet. No, not on my feet. I use it on my toes. And years and years ago, when I was a student at in Liverpool, a beautician, I had blonde hair on my toes. You know, you get blonde hair on your fingers and stuff, just fluffy bits. I get that on my toes. I'm sure everybody does, but clearly in the lighting it looked darker or something like that, and she decided to wax my toes, and ever since then the hair has come back a wee bit darker and I've been a bit more paranoid about it, so I use this on my toes. Which is so embarrassing to admit, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. Don't shave your toes, folks. Use a hair removal cream. It's so much easier. It gets it all out. Doesn't irritate your toes. And I was just so scondered whenever she waxed my toes. Seriously, I wasn't a hobbit. I just have no idea. But I've been using this with no issue. I've been using sort of hair removal cream on my toes for years, ever since that happened. And it works really well, but I'm very much aware that when my toes are out in sandals and whatever else, which is on a very regular basis, you know, I'm always looking down to see if it's time to do my toes again. So don't let your beautician wax your toes in the first place. But if that has happened to you or something similar, use a hair removing cream. It's much easier on your skin, I think, anyway. Now, let's go on to body care, shall we? First up, is a good dry brush, body brush, whatever you want to call it. This one is from Body Shop, and I have had this sucker for years. I mean, you know, at least a decade. And it's still going strong. It's still quite a tough thing. It is starting to go slightly around the edges. The circle is bigger than it once was, but it's still kicking, no problem. I would try and dry brush myself before I get in the shower, just from toes all the way up to my head. But that doesn't always happen, and if I don't remember and I get out and I've, you know, dried myself off, I will still go in with the dry brush. This is not just for dead skin. Yeah, it's great for removing dead skin, but it's really, really good for helping to improve your circulation. So you need that to help with cellulite and that sort of stuff. You want to improve the blood circulation to that area. You want this blood pumping to the skin more to make your skin look fresher and to help it renew a bit quicker and all those sort of things. Basically, you want to improve your circulation as much as you can and bring the blood to the surface to help your skin renew itself. And the fact that it also helps with dead skin is a bonus, but don't neglect it just because you forgot to do it before you got in the shower. I still use this stuck on the tops of my thighs and everything else, just to help that cellulite a wee bit, just almost like massaging it out, you know, that kind of way. But I love a good dry brush. If you invest in a half decent one, like I got this from Body Shop, it wasn't overly expensive, but this has lasted me years, and I would really recommend checking them out. Another lovely scrubby thing. This is still slightly damp from my shower. You can see I've used it for a whack of it. It's the Sanctuary Sensuous Body Scrub, shall we say. This is just an orange body scrub. You can get any manner of other body scrubs. This just happens to be the one that I have. And it's not a half bad one at all. I've had better, but this isn't too bad at all. I would try and use this sort of at least twice a week. It generally only ends up happening on a Sunday when I've got time, but this is a really good thing to do. I would always try to use it more frequently on my bikini line anyway, but as a whole body scrub, I get it at least once a week. Again, this is just to help get rid of that dead skin, slough it off, keep your skin looking nice and fresh. And it's a really good product. Now, something for when I get out of the shower. It's another embarrassing product, but we are intending to wear bikinis, ladies, and swimsuits and whatever else. So, I've always had issues with ingrown hairs along my bikini line. Don't know, it's just always been an issue. Until I discovered these little beauties. This is from Waxperts and it's Ingrown hair pads. Now I have done a big review on this all by itself and I will try and link that down below. But these are really, really good. It comes with 40 pads. There are hardly any left, but I can just show you very briefly. Just grab a few here. They're knobbly on one side. Don't know if that's going to show up because this is white, but it's slightly knobbly on one side, which I use against my skin, and then it's smooth on the other side. This comes with the product on it. It's got various, let me see, it's got salicylic acid on there, it's got some rosemary, it's benzoic acid, various other things to help clear that skin away from on top of the ingrown hair and help bring that ingrown hair to the surface, and to also soothe the irritation that you get with ingrown hairs. And my bikini line has really thanked me for it. I have far less issues with ingrown hairs. I still get the odd few and they will still come through slightly ingrown, and then I continue to use this and they're no longer an issue. But I will use this. I was using it initially pretty much every single day, but now I use it maybe every other day. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So you can use it on your bikini line. You don't use it for 12 hours after you've had a wax. You can also use it in your underarms, because everybody gets, not everybody, but some people get issues there too. So if you get red bumps and things like that, this is supposed to be good for that too. You do not do it immediately after shaving. You wait 12 hours and then you can use them again. Or you can use it on your legs. I've even heard somebody mention using it on spots and stuff where you've got bad skin, but my skin is playing ball at the minute and I don't want to rock the boat. So, but yeah, this is really, really good. Good value for money. 40 pads for like just under a tenner. I will link the blog post down below with everything in it so you can check it out. But recommend these. If you're nervous about getting your bikini line because of the marks and everything you get, this helps with the scarring and everything. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has little scars along their bikini line where they've had issues with ingrown hairs and been too impatient to let it come to the surface naturally. I've also had surgery in that area and this has helped fade the scars from that too. So I'm really, really pleased with these. Love them. Would recommend checking them out without a doubt. Now, that is it for sort of prep for summer, in my opinion. I don't really go in for fake tans or anything that you may have guessed that I'm not any darker. I do get slightly more tanned, but not massively, like, and I don't fake tan because I'm a disaster when it comes to fake tan, and I just couldn't be doing with the upkeep of it at all. So you're not going to be surprised at this at all. So to keep my white complexion and to keep me looking nice and youthful, sunscreen, 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 sunscreen. Everybody and their neighbour knows they should use sunscreen. This I have is from Nivea and it's 50 plus, so it's very high UVA, UVB, you get the idea. It's water resistant as well. I use this all over my body. If I'm going outside for a wee bit at lunchtime, don't care, I'm putting it on. I will put this on before I leave the house generally. If I have to go out for early morning errand, I'm not sure what I was trying to say there, I won't necessarily put it on because I want to get my fill of vitamin D for the day, and you can get that sort of in about 10 minutes when you're exposed to the sun. So, sorry, Simon's just come home there. But if I'm out for any length of time, anything longer than like 5 to 10 minutes, I will put this on, definitely. I just don't want to risk it. And I'll do a teeny tiny rant, but everybody knows this. It takes one bad burn, people. Just one bad burn for the skin cells to mutate and decide to, you know, give you cancer basically. And it only does take one bad burn. I have already had one lump out. I'm not sure if you can see the scar on my neck anymore. I can feel it. And I had a beauty mark that turned cancerous. I had got a few bad burns when I was a child. This happened before I was, before I left primary school. I was in P7. So my family has, you know, my dad has had multiple bouts of skin cancer. My sister has issues with her moles as well, and I've had issues, and still my brothers don't always reach for sunscreen, which infuriates me slightly, but every time I will put this on. It's not worth it. No tan is worth it. And just being like, oh, I'll get sunburn and then it goes brown. No, you're damaging your skin permanently. This is not a, oh, it fades. No, the damage is done forever. It just doesn't necessarily show immediately. You don't want to be one of those people that, you know, you can see them and it's like if I got my top and crinkled it all up, that's like that permanently. You're stuck. And aside from the fashion thing, it can kill you. But I'm going to stop there. Full stop. Everybody knows this. I'm not everybody's mother. Wear sunscreen, please. Life is too short not to. And something else, I don't always get on with wearing this on my face because, like most people, it leaves a greasy mess and it's not particularly pleasant on my face. So I do use, this is the Eucerin, and it's Sun Fluid Mattifying Face. And again, it's got SPF 50, which is very high. And this is really good. I use this under my foundation most days. You know, you get like rays from your computer as well that are aging your eyes and your face. Anyway, I've been using this. I've got on well with it. I think it's actually, you can't really see through the bottle, but you know if you hold it up to the light you can kind of see. I've used up almost half of this. I really like it. I will touch up over the top of my makeup with this. I will just press it on, and really it is very runny, so you just take a wee bit and you gradually just work it over an area, you work it over the next area. I have heard of a sunscreen that you can spray on over the top of your makeup. I'm definitely going to check that out after the wedding. But this is really good. Would really recommend it, and so far so good. Yeah, it's water resistant again, and it's got non-greasy texture, and it does mattify down onto your face. The final item are a pair of sunglasses. These are nothing overly fancy. They're not Ray-Bans or anything else. I like them though. But I think as standard now, most sunglasses come with UVA, UVB, SPF. If yours has the tag and it doesn't say those, don't buy them. Your eyes age just as much. Your eyes are just as likely to suffer from various issues with being exposed to sun long term, and it's just not good for your eyes. Sun is great in giving you your vitamin D shots, and is so good for brightening everybody's mood and getting you willing to go outside and have a bit of fun. But you know, just take some measures against it. Don't buy really cheap sunglasses that don't have the protection. It's not worth it. I'm very much aware. I had my eyes corrected with laser surgery, and do you know what? I am very much aware of having incredibly poor sight to having 20/20 vision now. I wouldn't give that up, and I don't intend to give it up. I will look after my eyes. So that is it. A bit of a mini confused thing possibly. If you've any questions, let me know, or if you, as I said from the start, if you've any products that maybe work better than these, or things you would recommend, or steps to add to help us get ready for summer, please let me know. And if you're just as embarrassed as me at having slightly hairy feet, I don't have hairy feet, it's hairy toes. Maybe I'm not quite full hobbit. No, it's not really that hairy. But anyway, if you're like me and have issues like that, let me know down below. That would be really good. But yeah, so I'm going to shoot on for now. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please like if you like, please subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!